Alright y'all, welcome to the first official video for this channel. Today I am going to be deep conditioning my hair, and I thought that it would be perfect to go over what a regimen could look like for hair growth. So a lot of people, the biggest thing is how can I grow my hair faster? How can I retain more length? And I feel like your regimen definitely plays a big part in that. So right now I'm going to be deep conditioning. I just finished shampooing my hair. I'm going to try to talk and apply the deep conditioner. I'm not the best at it. Sorry if I'm not looking at you guys. I just need to focus. When you think about a regimen, you always want to make sure that your hair is clean, especially if you have low porosity hair like myself. What that means is that product buildup can happen very quickly, and you don't want products sitting on your strands, because what that does is it weighs your hair down, it dries your hair out, and it prevents your strands from absorbing new moisture. So if you're still applying product to your hair thinking I'm going to just re-moisturize, at a certain point, even if you have high porosity hair, that can just prevent your hair from absorbing moisture, and now you're just working backwards and doing all this work for no reason. So I personally like to start on clean hair, and a lot of the times people will tell you your styles look the best on clean hair. Fresh slate, wash away all the old products, clean hair. And if you do have high porosity hair, what that means is that moisture escapes easily from your hair, so usually you want to layer products or use heavier products on your hair to make sure that that moisture is being trapped in there. And sorry, I keep going into I just have so much to say. I missed you guys. Like, I haven't talked to my community in a really long time. I used to create content when I was talking to you guys directly. It's just been a lot, so I'm so excited about this channel. But if you don't know how to find your porosity, you take a piece of clean hair, you put it in a bowl or cup of room temperature water. If your hair sinks to the bottom, that means you have high porosity hair. That means water absorbs in your hair easily. If your hair is like stuck at the top, is floating at the top of the cup or the bowl, that means you have low porosity hair and water does not absorb into your hair easily, your hair shaft. And then if it's kind of in the middle, that means you have just normal porosity, where your hair shouldn't have a problem absorbing moisture or losing moisture. When I deep condition, I like to just do 4 sections. Okay, so let's talk about breakage, because this is important. If you have some, oh, by the way, you guys, I have gray hair, okay? I have a head full of gray hair. I'm in my early 20s. I've had gray hair since I was like 8, or before that, I can't really remember. But so if you have something like this, make sure you're not like ripping your hair apart. And I'm guilty of this. I do this all the time, especially if I'm in a rush. I'll just like and try to like rip it apart because I just need to go. Like, I'm always late. So try to go as slowly as possible and take your time, because that right there, if you do it enough, will definitely prevent you from retaining length. So what I like to do when I am deep conditioning, when I'm doing a twist out, whatever, I always like to pre-section my hair, because I think it's just easier for me to just know what's happening, and I don't have to go back and try to figure it out later, or like as I'm doing my hair. And I used to try to deep condition in 2 sections, just divided in half like that, but it just was not working. So if your hair is really thick, I don't think my hair is the thickest it used to be. I do have a little bit of heat damage, but if your hair is really thick, please do not try to detangle or deep condition your hair all at once or in big sections. You really want to give your hair attention and your strands attention, because one, it's going to take you longer to try and do it the other way anyway, so you might as well just work with yourself instead of against yourself. Okay, today I'm using Capri's deep conditioner. We only have one. It's a new release, actually. It's made with honey and the slip. I created and formulated this deep conditioner to be amazing with slip, because I know that's a huge concern for people, just detangling, how long it takes and the breakage and all that. So I really wanted this to be something that helped shorten detangling time, reduce breakage, so that you can get the long hair that you're needing. You need the long curls, and it's such a great feeling when you check your hair, your length, and it's growing. So just see how that just melts in there. Like, I can't make this up. It took me months and months and months to be able to get to this formula. And I'm gonna finger detangle my hair today, because I just want you to see like how easy it is. I can also use a Capri brush. We have brushes, but it's all the way downstairs and I'm not getting up. Look how that just melts, like what? And it defines my curls at the same time. So here you can see a little bit of my heat damage, like right here. Yeah, ignore it. It's not my fault. We can do a story time. If you guys want that story time of how my hair got heat damage because it was not my fault, let me know in the comments and we will get that. But do you see that? Like, that never gets old. Like, oh, it's such a relief when you know you're not going to be here all day trying to tangle your hair. Like, never gone are the days. We moved on from that life. I'm just gonna put some at the root. It's so easy. It's easy. This is the soft life, guys. Like, this is soft life. And the fact that it detangles my curls as well, and I can finger detangle, like, there's no place I'd rather be. For a deep conditioner, I know I formulated this and all that, and it's my brand, but like, I wouldn't sell you guys something that didn't work. Like, when I was starting my natural hair journey, I would force my mom early in the morning. I was in elementary school, and we would wake up at like 6 in the morning, and in 2 hours before I had to go to school at 8, we would be at CVS, in the CVS parking lot. She would wait for me, and I'd be in CVS for hours, just no joke, hours, looking at all the hair products, reading all the ingredients, doing the research, and all day at school, that's all I was thinking about. And I got home, and I eventually had to save up. I was only like 12, 11, so for me to buy like a bottle of Shea Moisture was a lot of money. Didn't have it, but somehow I found a way, and I just kept trying products. I've literally tried everything in the store available. Like, there's nothing I haven't tried because I've done it all. I experimented, I did it all. This is the best deep conditioner I've ever in life tried. The slip, we need an award because I really did that. So if you're detangling, finger detangling, and you come across something like this, just gently try to isolate the knot, separate it. You can add a little bit more product to make sure it's lubricated and that, you know, it's gentle for you to pull up apart. You don't want to force it apart and cause more breakage. And see, now it's all gone, and it's just amazing. You really did a good job. I'm really proud of it. After this, I'm just going to twist it up, and then we'll move on to the next one. I'll give you guys some more tips about your regimen and hair growth. Alright, so as for deep conditioning, some people find that they need to deep condition every week. Some people find that every week is too often. The hair is way too moisturized, and if your hair is too moisturized, it becomes mushy and weaker, so it actually has, you know, reverse the opposite effect that you're looking for. So you have to do experimenting. I can give you all the tips in the world, but at the end of the day, your hair has its own characteristics and behaves a certain way, so you have to really go back and experiment and see what works best for your hair. I personally like to deep condition at least twice a month. I spent the first half of this year formulating this deep conditioner, so I'm all deep conditioned out. The last thing I want to do is deep condition my hair ever again, but gotta put all that aside. You know, I'm still a person still with hair goals, so I'm not going to let that, you know, get in the way. Even though I did take a little break, I took like a month off from deep conditioning, which probably wasn't the best decision, but yeah, that's what that was. And so deep conditioning is super important because it gives your hair like a boost of moisture, repairing, strengthening, all that. So you really want to just make sure you're doing that at some point. Like I said, it could be once a month for you, it could be twice a month, it could be every wash day, but make sure you're getting some type of deep conditioning going on. It's also important because depending on when you detangle your hair, deep conditioning, if you're using a good deep conditioner like this one with tons of slip, it could really help reduce breakage during detangling, and that's really what you need, because the last thing you want is to be your hair is growing nice at a nice healthy rate, and then you're not retaining any length because it's being snatched off when you're detangling too aggressively, you know, or with products that are not giving you the slip that you need to be able to detangle effectively. If it's taking you an hour to detangle, by the time you get to that last section, you're tired, you're over, you want to stop, so you're going to be a lot more aggressive, and so we want to avoid that. You don't have to detangle your hair during the deep conditioning process. You can detangle it whenever it works best for you. See this knot? Just gonna pull it apart gently, try to isolate it, loosen it up, and that's really the goal. You can detangle while you shampoo, you can detangle after you deep condition, and just while you're having your leave-in conditioner. This works for me because I shampoo, I detangle and deep condition, and then I twist my hair. So I twist my hair in sections. My hair is already detangled, so it just makes twisting and the styling process so much faster and so much easier. So this is just what works for me, but again, experiment and figure out what works for you. I'll separate these section because my roots up here are really puffy, and like that's my problem area. Look at that. It literally melts the knots away. Like, I can't make this up. This is live TV, you guys, live. The next important thing is styling, right? You want to choose depending on what your goal is, right? If you have an aggressive length goal, like you want to retain 1 inch in 2 months or something like that, you want to make sure you're doing low maintenance styles. So what I do personally, because I don't have to leave the house every day, I work from home and stuff like that, so I usually will keep my hair in twists, and I will show you guys that. I'm gonna make a video about that after this one. So my hair will be in 5 twists for about 3 or 4 days. If I'm not going out with my friends or if I'm not doing anything, my hair stays in those twists. And then if I'm filming or if I'm going out, then I'll take them out and then I'll just retwist them in the same exact sections and just keep it like that. So I'm not touching my hair every single day. My hair's in twists, it's away. I'm not adding product to it every single day. It's super chill. I leave my hair alone, okay? My hair is in its hibernation era. It is just moisturized and growing, and I'm not bothering it. If you don't really care as much about your length and you don't really have a set length goal, I would just make sure that whatever you're doing, again, your hair is protected. You're not, you know, being aggressive with styling, because even that, you're still like causing damage to your hair and you don't want to do that. You're protecting your hair at night. It's really important to wrap your hair at night. My hair gets super tangled at night and it's so annoying and so just a nightmare in the morning to deal with. So what I started to do was twist my hair again at night. So that's my new thing. I just started doing that. I used to like try to force the pineapple method on me. Didn't work. I tried to just sleep with a scarf on me. Didn't work. So now I twist my hair at night, which is really nice. It's also important to choose a style that you know is not going to be too much for you to maintain. If you like wash and goes, but you're not willing to deep condition your hair every single week and you're not willing to get a trim as needed, then maybe a wash and go isn't the best style for you to be retaining the amount of length that you want to retain. Some styles like wash and go that can be a little bit more high maintenance also cause more wear and tear on your hair, so then you now have to maybe deep condition more often than you would normally have to if you were just wearing twist, or if you were wearing, you know, a different style that just wasn't so demanding. The main goal when you're trying to retain length is just keeping your hair moisturized. Like, that is the biggest obstacle. And I think that people think, oh, I moisturized my hair on Monday, I need to moisturize my hair again for another 4 weeks, something like that. And sometimes you have to understand that yes, your hair is moisturized, but it will not stay moisturized forever. And sometimes you just need a more of a stricter routine. So moisturizing once a week, and then you don't need to moisturize your hair every day. I know a lot of people push for that. I've never been a fan of that. That's just way too much. Don't have the time. And you really just don't need to be doing that, because like I said, depending on your porosity, you could be weighing your hair down and having the opposite effect that you're looking for. Just making sure your hair is moisturized and left alone is going to make a huge difference. So if you're stuck, you feel like your hair has been the same length forever, make sure you're getting enough moisture and make sure you're detangling properly. Once I started to moisturize my hair, I had to change my products for this to happen. That's when I started Capri Hair Care. Once my hair was moisturized, my hair was so much better off. It was more defined, my styles lasted longer, I finally started to retain length. It was just a really good time. So moisture is key. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna film a twist out tutorial, so stay tuned for that. And if you have any styles you want me to try out on my hair, because I really only do twist outs, because like I said, my hair just be in twists and a bun and under a scarf, so that's my thing. But if you have any styles you want me to try, definitely let me know. I feel like I can do a wash and go with this deep conditioner. It's looking really good, it's looking really nice. So just let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.